Mexico. Look what's going on in Mexico. What is this? Just take a look at these videos. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. So apparently in Mexico, let me go to the story to read so it'll take us right into it. Rob, what page is the Mexico story?
26 and 27.
Page 26 and 27. Mexico's most wanted drug dealer, El Mencho, killed in military operation as violent clashes erupt across the country. Rob, is this the CNN clip or the ABC clip?
ABC.
Okay, go for it.
Mexico's most powerful drug kingpin was killed during a military operation. Mexican officials say criminal groups burned cars and trucks to block roads across the country. The State Department is warning Americans to shelter in place. ABC's Melissa Dunn is near the border tonight.
Explosions erupting across Puerto Vallarta tonight. Black smoke seen rising over the resort city on Mexico's Pacific coast. Mexico's military forces launching a daring operation to capture cartel leader Ruben N., known as El Mencho. Multiple cars on fire in the streets. Mexican officials say during their operation, military personnel were attacked.
Rob,
Several cartel members were
video
killed.
of people running out of airports.
Yep.
A fire everywhere. Maybe show that. Just think about, guys, many of you have been to this airport before. I've been to this airport, I don't know how many times, but if you haven't, just play the clip. Yeah, this is regular people. Even security's running. You know it's bad when security's running. You have some of the stuff outside where it's all on fire. The entire city's on fire. You know, yeah, go. This is the one, Costco. Check this out, folks. Lady starts speaking in Spanish. There's even a recording of him on a call.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so things are nasty. A few things, Vinny, before I come to you. I'll come to you first, and then, Tom, I'm going to come to you as well on this. So El Mencho, his name is Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes. He used to be a local cop himself. He got arrested in the States, in America, I believe in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, for drug charges, later deported to Mexico. Born in Michoacan. We have a lot of friends from Michoacan, but he was born in Michoacan. He's a leader of Jalisco's New Generation Cartel, CJNG. They rose in dominance in early 2000s when they broke away from the Mexican Sinaloa cartel, so they were part of it. U.S. had a $10 million reward bounty for somebody that catches him. I think Mexico had a multi-million-dollar bounty on catching him. And then they were known for the synthetic drugs like fentanyl and methamphetamine that they were selling. Obviously, a very profitable situation that they had going on there. And then all of a sudden, he gets killed. This is the phone call, Rob. Is this the phone call that you have? There's a phone call that takes place. By the way,
I sent it to you,
for
Rob,
those of you that speak Spanish, I just want you to know he's cursing nonstop. So brace for impact. He's going to drop every single F-bomb in the world you can think about. But this is him calling, having a conversation, Rob, if I'm not mistaken, with cops, saying, what the hell are you guys doing? Go ahead, Rob.
Delta 1.
Hey, ¿quién habla?
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu puta gente a la verga. Soy Mencho, güey.
Telling the police to back
Relaja
off.
tus putas partidas, si no te voy a partir tu madre a ti a toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus putos perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey.
Basically, don't you know who I am? Yeah. Don't mess with me,
Ya
bro.
está, señor, ahorita los bajo.
Sir.
Oh, no
You
cuelgues,
gotta
hijo de
throw
la
the
verga.
police
Te tengo
to fall
ubicados en Chacala, güey.
No, no le estoy colgando,
I
le
got
estoy
your
diciendo,
location.
ahorita los bajo.
Wow.
Póngase bien las pilas, güey. ¿Qué se le cuesta ser amigo, cabrón?
Wow.
Yo
Uno no
estoy-
se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de verga.
Agree to work
No,
with
señor,
us.
ahorita yo se las bajo.
Pongan, mire, revíremeles a todos los hijos de su puta madre porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de
You
puercos.
happily
my
accept
¿Qué es lo que me están
money.
Se me
diciendo? Que
ponen a
Congrats.
tiros o tú eres el primero que vas a marchar
Yes,
por ellos,
sir.
León.
Yes, sir.
No, señor.
¿Vale?
No, señor, no se trata de
No
eso.
problem.
Yo-
Váyanse a la verga porque aquí los vergazos están al 220, ya se la sabe.
Spill blood
Y
at
miedo
a
no hay.
moment of notice. You already
No,
know
señor, no
what's
se
up.
trata de eso. Ahorita yo los aviso.
Entonces, si quiere la amistad, aquí va a tener un amigazo, cabrón. Si no, a chingar a su madre a la verga.
No, yo sé, señor.
Ya estoy hasta la verga de que no entiendan, loco.
This continues, by the way. This is a few minutes. You can pause it right there, Rob, because we're learning Spanish and not the right word. So, Vinny, what's going on here? What are your thoughts? Because they typically talk about the important part is if Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, is in cahoots with the cartel? That's what a lot of people want to know. Is this a narco state? Your thoughts?
I mean, we just heard a phone call of the recently deceased head of this freaking cartel calling the head of their police department and saying, I give you guys money. I know where 30 of you live. You know, by the way, he said, I'll kill your dogs. That means he will kill the wife, the kids. These people are freaking relentless. I saw videos that were popping up on my X feed, Pat. I had to turn away because of the brutality. These guys, like, you want to talk about ISIS and Hamas and all that, yeah, horrible as well. These guys aren't that far off. They had one guy taped to a tree, and they're like in Spanish, they're like, okay, you ready? Are you recording?
Blowtorch.
And blowtorch and lit the guy on fire, and they even had to shut the audio off because it's that bad. And it's kind of weird because now I'm tying in. Remember last week, Pat, or the week before?
Yep.
El Paso shut down the airport because they said it was a balloon. I think it has something to do with these guys and flying drones around. But let's just call it what it is. Like Trump designated them as terrorists. If the president of Mexico, Sheinbaum, whatever her name is, she's scared of them and cooperating with them, I think this was and mind you, this was them. They took him out with the assistance of us. We're not claiming that we did everything, but we did coordinate, I think, with logistics and stuff like that for location.
But not our guys.
No, not our guys. They're not. But and by the way, the number 2 is going to step up. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that they're starting to take this serious. The border is just an open turnstile that Mexico, with China as well, but Mexico mainly, is bringing in guns. They're bringing in drugs. They're sex trafficking kids. And these are the guys. These are the guys. So when everybody, because, you know, I guarantee you today you're going to hear on all these shows, all these leftists, they're going to be like, oh, we're starting a new war. We're going to go in. We're trying to install this and install this. Guys, they kill hundreds of thousands of Americans just with drugs alone. And now think about this. Americans are at Puerto Vallarta. My cousin Rumson, who was here last week, Pat, they were in Cabo a month ago for the wedding. And I warned them. I go, bro, they're putting out threats towards Americans. Be careful. We talked yesterday. He was like, oh, my God, I have friends that are there or are planning on going there. And it's a bad situation. And by the way, it's not gonna get better. The number 2 guy has already started and made a video saying, what's up? Here we go.
Tom.
It's gonna get bad.
Tom, by the way, Tom's perspective here is probably very important for everybody to consider because the next 48 hours, anything could happen. Go ahead, Tom.
So for all of us that are taking a look at this, we could talk about Trump and the FTO designation and all that went with it. We could talk about disruption to supply chain, tourism, and all that. We could talk about all that. I think there's a lesson here, and the lesson here is if you cut the head off the dragon, you better be ready with plan B, who's going to step in behind it and to manage it. And when you take a look at Iran, that's what I think we need to be worried about. And perhaps that's why there's been this slow buildup of all the military, and they're trying to get around to the table. Because you look over here, we haven't seen the confirmed deaths yet. There were deaths. Oh, yeah. There were deaths of citizens. There are deaths, almost certainly. There's been deaths of tourists down there.
Oh, for
almost
sure.
certainly.
For sure.
The shooting through there. We just don't have reliable media or anybody that's down there to cover it. But you cut the head off the dragon, Pat, you better be ready for the consequence. Look what happened. Saddam Hussein was found in a hole with lice and the beard, and he was just running for his life until they finally found him there. And all the crazies swept in Iraq. Now you see what's going on. This is a narco state. This is it. And by the way, 119. You know what that is, Pat? That's the number of days to the World Cup event in Jalisco.
World Cup?
That's right, Tom. Because you're right.
Oh, no way.
You're right. It's all America. Finals is at the Jet Stadium, and I saw that. I saw the video. I kept asking myself, why are they showing World Cup event in Jalisco?
Would you want to play or hold an event? As an American, as a president, you let Americans go? We're targets right now. Are you kidding me? They know that Americans
Who is playing that game? Which game would be in Jalisco?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Oh, free tickets front row? No, I'm good.
Right now you have a power vacuum, and you're going to have 2 things in a power vacuum, Pat. A war among those who want to be number 1, and then whoever steps up, he has to assert power. That is how it works in gangs. That's how it works in cartels. You're going to have 2 or 3 guys, Pat, that are fighting to be number 1, even if there's a designated number 2, because there's an opportunity here. And there have been alliances with the cartels. Then you're going to find out he has to do something ruthless, Kaiser Sose, to establish his power. That's the way this works.
By the way, if this continues, the FIFA president, he is not a joke. He will cancel the games in Jalisco and move it to a different place in no time. This is horrible to the city. Imagine how many small business owners were relying on that game. Yeah, he will cancel it and move it to a different place.
Infantino.
Yeah, he will move it to a complete different place. He's the one that gave that award to the president having to do with peace. I don't know if you remember that. He gave some kind of an award, the FIFA Peace Award, to the president in November 2025. Yeah, the FIFA Peace Prize that he gave.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at it. It's going to be one of the 32 matchups, so it could be anybody. It could be anybody, a major Latin American power. You know, it's most likely going to be Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, some of those that could play there.
Can I ask you a question, though? Because I just saw, Rob, can you put that headline of the president, Scheinblum, of Scheinblum, whatever her name is, from Mexico? For the president to say, using force against cartels would violate human rights. War on narco, not an option. It's clear to anybody that's paying attention that she's obviously connected with them. Allegedly. But my question is this. Well, guys, here's the thing.
Stay on that. Stay on that.
Yeah.
What is the difference with her saying that and what that cop was saying to El
It's
Mencho?
not that.
There's no difference.
There's no difference. So, and Pat, because I want to ask you this
question.
question.
You get them off us.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys this question. We get involved with wars all around the world, you know, maybe Iran, Iraq, you name it. These people are touching our freaking Texas southern border.
Exactly.
Do you think that this calls for something, and I can care less what anybody else thinks, like, this is going to have to get, like, this isn't going to stop. Are you okay with surgical attacks, boots on the ground? You have to, guys, you have to get them out, root and stem. You can't just keep killing the head guy because, trust me, there's so many of them.
By the way, you know what that does is what you're saying right there. That's the. Is this a time to intervene or not to intervene?
That's what I'm saying.
So, but the part about to the 100% isolationist mentality does not work.
Does not work.
I don't.
This is the part why Rubio is kind of going like this, and he's coming up to say, look, it depends.
Right.
The answer is always what? It depends.
Yeah.
So if we're neighbors and this is coming through to us, what do you want to do? So what do you do in a situation like this? Rob, maybe play this clip and then Adam, I'm coming to you. Go ahead, Rob.
Sir.
Regresar a la guerra contra el narco no es opción.
What?
No es opción. Primero, porque está fuera del marco de la ley. Todos estos de la derecha que se llenan la boca de las palabras Estado de Derecho y defienden la guerra contra el narco. Pues la guerra contra el narco está fuera de la ley, porque como lo dije o lo he dicho en varias ocasiones, es permiso para matar. Sin ningún juicio. Y eso en México nadie o muy poquitos están de acuerdo. Está fuera del marco de la ley. Y segundo, no sirvió de nada más que para aumentar los homicidios.
Do you feel safer for the people that live in Mexico listening to your president speak like this?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What would in the United States of America the cartel narcos be? I mean, because they're drugs and they're savages, they're maniacs. Let's say the KKK. Let's say that we killed one of the head guys of the KKK, and now this guy is out right now. It's sending all his people are burning down Costco's, shooting cops, doing all this. How would we respond? How would you respond? They're terror. We go after them, and you got to get rid of all of them. Isolation.
You sound like Bibi Netanyahu.
No, I'm sorry.
They say
I'm
the
sorry.
Mexican security forces are outgunned here.
You know, they're
The
outgunned.
Mexican
You gotta
security
chill,
and the
Vinny.
police.
No, he's
Don't
right.
just start killing people
No,
'cause they're
time out, Adam.
terrorists.
Time out.
Vinny, finish your point.
No,
Keep
you're
going.
right. You make it because you made a great point. The narcos outman and outgun the actual police and their military. So now, what are we supposed to do? Sit back? They're going to kill Americans if they haven't already killed them. You can't now sit there, help, take out the number one guy, and sit here and be like, all right, guys, figure it out. No, there's Americans there. There's people there, bro. You have to help at this point. You can't go in there.
They attacked police squads and police buildings. That's a fact.
100%.
We've seen it. We don't have the inside coverage. We don't have the full story. But we saw videos. They attacked and burned a police station. So they went straight to the headquarters. It's like,
Tom, they're pulling up, they're driving around, and I've seen the videos. They're shooting all of them. They're shooting cops. By the way, look at these guys. Guys, do you think this is military? This isn't military, guys. This is the freaking cartel. They look better than dude.
That's
I have
the cartel?
I have a Call of Duty character that looks like that.
Is that cartel or
That's
is that
cartel saying, "We're coming. What do you want to do? Let's go." That's them.
play the audio, Rob? Play the audio. Tom, can you translate?
Tom, please.
Que topas con nosotros.
Hi.
Ahí tengo desamarrados los perros, culero.
You're a
Y
dog.
así, voy a andar patrullando. Con tu puta madre.
Your mother likes me. I don't
Probablemente, hijo de mi puta madre.
This is the cartel.
That's the cartel arming up and saying, "Here we go." And I'm sorry, all the isolationists aside, this is serious. And Trump has been saying this for how long? They're not sending their best. They're not. These guys are freaking.
Think so?
You think I saw a video, and I had to turn away. They, on their own people, they caught a guy. The narcos caught a guy that I guess was stealing money from them. They tied him to a tree. While he's still alive, they cut open his chest and they took his heart out, and he's still alive. This is brutality, bro. You don't mess with these people, and you just walk away.
How bad does this affect Mexico's tourism business? For how long?
Oh my!
Like, by the way, you know what I'm thinking
Yeah.
right now? I don't know if we're going to go to Mexico the next 5 years as a family.
Absolutely
Like,
not.
that thought is gone, right?
I'll explain that.
But I
yeah.